Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for a much-anticipated main event. 15 rounds of lightweight action. And the anticipation for this bout has grown as the week has gone on. A lot of talk behind these two. Now it's time to walk the walk. El Terrible's making his way to the ring right now, flanked by his cornermen, and just an overall feeling that they're not exactly hyped up for this one. Nelson's making his way to the ring. You wouldn't know he's about to step into a fight. He looks like he's just out for a stroll.
Remember, guys, obey my commands at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
Here we go. Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway. Teddy, through the history of the sport, this is one of the matchups that has produced some of the more interesting fights, especially in the lower weight classes. Speed versus speed.
Who's going to be the guy that uses speed better? Who's going to be able to time shots and control range? That's what I'm looking at.
Well-placed jab by El Terrible. Nelson scoring with that right hand. Gets rid of that effort. Good block there by El Terrible. Nelson's doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. Halfway through round number one, and he ties up on the inside. Good way to protect the midsection. Good job staying away from the danger there. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Able to dismiss that body shot.
Keep doing what you're doing.
They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Able to cover up that gut. You can almost see it just by the way a fighter sits down on their stool at the end of a round. As we come to the end of this round, you can tell that he's full of confidence, and he can't wait to get right back out there and continue doing what he was doing.
Well, you're right. The first thing that I notice is his back's not leaning against the corner pad. You know, that's a defeated fighter. That's a fighter. He don't want to go back. Something bad happened to him. You know, he's leaning back like that. You have to pick him up from the stool. He's got all his weight forward. He can't wait to get going. You know that he's positive. You know that he had a good round.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Big shot, the left crash home. Look at that. Oh, he goes down hard, and now he's got a real problem ahead of him. Plenty of time for his opponent to jump on him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nelson's able to get up. Teddy, I question, though, if he'll be able to go on. What does he have to do?
Well, he's got to know what to do, but what not to do. Don't use your legs. Don't try to move because that's the inclination. Get on your bicycle when you've been hurt. No, the bicycle's not there. You got flat tires. What you got to do is grab on the inside, clear your head.
Halfway through round number 2. Nice block by El Terrible.
Looking good.
He clinches when he gets to the inside. El Terrible's defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. Nice work by El Terrible. He was looking for an opportunity. He got it with that counterpunch.
Yeah, he stepped to the side. You know, a lot of times you talk about using your jab to set up a shot. He used his legs. Step to the side, got that opportunity.
Ten clicks of the talk.
Keep working the body.
End of the round. So he scores the knockdown and now heads back to his corner. Teddy, do you ever have to calm a guy down after he scored a knockdown?
That's a really great point because a lot of times that can be the turning point, but not for your guy that scored the knockdown, for the other guy, because sometimes when you score a knockdown, you start to think it's going to be an easy night. And you forget what you knew when you came in. That wasn't going to be an easy night. You're going to have to bring all the tools out of the tool shed. And it's important to remember that.
You're winning this fight, but don't get lazy.
A new round underway here. Nelson's hoping that he doesn't make a defensive flaw like he did in the last round. That cost him a knockdown.
See, that's where another set of eyes come in. That's where you depend on your corner. They're calm enough. They can see something that you didn't see, as hopefully the corner has told him what he did wrong.
Nelson's showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Oh, what a devastating hook by Nelson. effective work with that flush overhand right. Parries that punch intended for the head.
Unload!
And he engages in the clinch. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Nelson's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Nelson's making me question how his legs are right now. I'm not sure that he's all too secure and steady on those legs after that knockdown. Just like he's tying up a lot here.
Yeah, well, you don't have to wonder. You're saying you're not so sure he's secure. Well, he's telling you. You know, he's right there. That's about as honest as a fight is ever going to be is when he's clinching. He's telling you, I don't feel too good.
That's a big right hand there. Oh, look at that. He's hurt. But, hey, I give him credit. He's smart enough to know what to do now.
Yeah, the referee needs a crowbar to separate him.
Teddy, I'm sure so many times you've been approached on the street by guys who say, yeah, I can fight. I fought a little bit. What's the biggest difference you've found through the years with the guys that think they're tough and the guys that are really in the gym?
Well, when they're out in the street, somebody's going to usually stop it, or you're going to pick up something, you can hit them. You don't have that, of course, in the ring. And also, maybe the most important thing, Joe, is you're not mad. You know, getting mad is like somebody getting a drink in them to open up and all of a sudden start talking. You get mad and you go after what you're mad at. You're in that ring. You don't have that. You don't have that scotch, so to speak, that you can shoot down and get those muscles going.
Boy, that worked out well with the uppercut. Just 10 seconds to go in this round.
Keep your hands up. Don't worry. I just need you to focus. Keep your hands up and keep working a jab.
Listen, you need to move your head more, side to side, okay?
We got it.
I want to see that head move more.
All right. All we need is water.
Okay, listen. Body and head, body and head.
You don't need that.
Double
Throw
up
that
with your
away.
punch.
El Terrible's up 3-0 on Teddy's scorecard as we begin round 4 here. But Teddy, having scored a knockdown, sometimes it can work against you. You don't want to become complacent.
No, we've seen that many times where all of a sudden you think that the fight's over. Now all you have to do is go out there and just wait for him to raise your hand. That could be a door that could be left open for your opponent to come back.
You're not focused. Pace yourself.
Good block by El Terrible. El Terrible's offense has nearly left the building, but that has a lot to do with the fact that he was hurt earlier. He got tagged.
Now he's got to find a way to be defensive.
Hard charging with that right hand.
Let it go.
Good doubling up of the jab by El Terrible. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging.
Like what I see in there.
You're not focusing.
90 seconds to go in round number 4.
Let's see some more head movement. Let's see some more head movement. Get out of the way.
Nelson's rocked, and both men are damaged in this round. Wild stuff. Big shot he just scored with. Up off the deck and now in control. He scores a knockdown of his own.
And he turned it around because when his opponent scored the knockdown, he got a little careless, a little lazy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Down he goes, but he's going to continue on, beating the count. Good smooth work by El Terrible. That's classic counterpunching.
Yeah, what he did was he pulled that right shoulder back. You know, he just pulled it back, gave him the left shoulder, and then gave him the right hand.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. El Terrible is in a good rhythm defensively here. Teddy, what is that? A credit to his ability to anticipate?
You know, also, it's the teaching. Let's give the trainers credit. Of course, let's give his background of the amateurs credit, but he learned how to get away from punches. This is technique that was taught to him.
A very fan-friendly round, but a headache for the judges. How do you possibly score that round when each man was able to hurt the other?
Well, this is where you have to be a good judge. You have to be a professional judge. You have to use the information that's there. Who won the spots of the round before they each hurt each other? And who hurt the other guy a little more?
You're good. You're good. Deep breath now.
There you go.
You gotta give me one more round. Give me one more round. You can do it. Do it. Come on.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, you know, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
That's it. Just like that.
And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot.
Move!
Well, you could see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot. Nelson's putting forth a game plan of being a volume puncher, but Teddy, he's not landing a lot of these punches, and what kind of effect can that have on this fight?
Well, he can get frustrated a little bit, and, hey, he might not win the fight. It can have that kind of effect. Is that effective enough?
Halfway into round number 5 here. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Nelson. Oh, and a crushing hook just gets right to him.
Hey, hands up!
Not much action as he just ties up.
You got this one.
Went to the body there, but unable to connect. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot.
Body shots.
Final 10 seconds of this 5th round.
Nice.
El Terrible's defense is paying off now.
Watch the hook.
End of the round is upon us, and you can see the obvious swelling. Teddy, how do guys deal with swelling compared to a cut? Do guys get more fearful of their eye closing rather than just seeing blood?
Yeah, you know, that's a good point, Joe, because when it's a cut, sometimes they're not even aware after a while. The corner man takes care of it, you know, he stops the bleeding, or maybe the bleeding is running under the eye, so he doesn't think about it anymore. But when you're looking through that peephole and it gets smaller and smaller, panic starts to set in, because you got a guy trying to do damage, you want to see him.
The start of the 6th round. Nelson's last round, Teddy, could be a turning point kind of round. I mean, we start this round right here, and you do have the sense, even though I think he's down on the scorecards, you do have the sense that he's headed in the right direction.
Well, good things can start, you know, one step at a time. Well, he took that first step. Now he's got to take the second step and put 2 good rounds in a row together.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter-puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
You're doing great!
Nice, good, quick jabs by El Terrible. Nelson's got a way of just getting away from that punch.
Good.
Reaching the halfway point of round number 6.
Keep working the body. Double up your punches. Keep your hands up.
He took a go of it to the body, but came up empty. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. El Terrible's defense is playing a prominent role in this fight, Teddy.
Yes, it is, and specifically what it is he has good fundamentals. He keeps those hands up real good, you know. They're attached, they're up around his chin, his elbows in. You know, he has a real shell there that's not easy to penetrate.
Use the jab.
Beat him to the punch.
Pace yourself.
That's it, just like that.
Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the 6th.
Listen, your best defense is to throw more punches. You need to throw more punches. That will keep him away. Relax. Relax. Take deep breaths. You're doing fine.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep the jab pumping, then throw the lead right hand. We're winning this fight.
Good action throughout. We'll see if it keeps up in this round of what has been a very even fight. That was a miss by Nelson.
He's tired. He's tired.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot.
One of those. One of those. Nice work. Nice work.
El Terrible is able to avoid that punch. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand.
Keep doing what you're
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Halfway through the 7th round. Getting rid of that punch from his opponent. Well blocked by Nelson. El Terrible's defense clearly carrying things right now for him. But what else should he be conscious of beyond just this good footwork we're seeing?
Well, the old times would say, hey, you're doing the hard part, you're making a miss. Do the fun part. Make sure he pays.
Get in there! Keep working the jab. Good, good.
Work the body again.
Ten seconds remaining in this round.
Shake it off.
And that does it for this round.
Bellissimo, beautiful. I want another round like that. This is your...
Listen, I'm not going to stand here and watch you take those shots. You understand me? Let's see some defense and more punches. Listen, stop chasing them around the ring. Cut the ring off.
Nelson's not looking too good right now as we start round number 8. Now, he's down on your scorecards. That's one thing. But what I'm seeing is a guy that doesn't look to have much left. I question whether or not he can finish this fight.
No, Joe, if there was ever a time to get a second win, the time is now.
El Terrible's throwing lots of punches, and not many are landing. But what's that old saying? Hey, you put enough out there, something's going to stick.
Well, at least he's controlling the rhythm. He's keeping control of the pace right now. And at least when you're throwing, your opponent, for the most part, he's being handcuffed a little bit.
Just ate a big uppercut. He's in bad shape. Solid. And he goes down for a second time. Does he have enough this time to rise up and continue on? I give him a lot of credit even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
Double up your punches.
The halfway point of round number 8.
Yep, yep.
Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand.
There you go.
El Terrible's got that catch-me-if-you-can kind of attitude. He's almost daring his opponent at this point to try to land a headshot, but his movement's been so good. His defense is just supreme.
Yeah, it is. He's moving from the waist. He's slipping the straight shots. He's weaving the hooks. He's doing a real magical job in there, but his opponent is making no adjustments at all.
Not able to land the headshot.
Hook! Hook! One, two! One, two! Uno y dos! Uno y dos! Nice work!
Last 10 seconds. We come to the end of this round, and for this fighter, I think that's a good thing, because I was looking at him there, Teddy, and it looked like he was breathing in and out of his mouth for most of that round.
Yeah, and that's a bad sign. That means that the gas tank is a little low. He's low on petrol.
Cálmate. Calm down now. Calm down. Breathe. Breathe. He cut you with your hands down. Come on. Hands up. Hands up.
Whatever, use more water. Whatever, I got more.
Start of the round, but Teddy, it could be the end of the fight. He's been knocked down numerous times, including the last round.
You're probably right, Joe, but when things are darkest is when you find out what is special inside somebody, where they can go to a place you never expect them to be able to go to. Look at Archie Moore, Yvonne Durrell, years ago. Archie Moore was over 40 years old, in there with a 20-something-year-old Durrell. He was on the floor 3 times in the first round. He found a way to come back and knock him out in the 11th. Is this another one of those nights?
Keep doing what you're doing.
Nice block by Nelson. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there.
Keep working the jab. Good. Good. Come on!
90 seconds into the 9th round. He missed by a mile. That wasn't even close by Nelson. Nelson's flat-footed. There's no other way to describe it. He's not a fighter that gets up on his toes, moves around, gives you angles. He's flat-footed.
Yeah, you don't have to be on your tricep all over the place, but you can step a little bit. Get out of range. He's doing nothing.
Accuracy an issue there. Didn't land that straight right hand.
Back to the body! Keep moving! Keep moving!
Final chance, last 10 seconds of round 9. Accurate counter punch by El Terrible. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
Listen, I'm not gonna stand here and watch you take those shots. You understand me?
And now they start round number 10. Good defensive skill with the block by Nelson.
Relax.
Nelson swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent. Good block. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Well off the mark by Nelson. Halfway through round 10, and you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on there.
Pace yourself.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense.
Work the body. Yep, yep.
Nelson's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head.
Focus, relax.
Out of the way from your head. There you go.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Nelson's well off the mark that time. We count down the final moments of this round.
Listen, I need to see more counter punches, okay? Whenever he misses, counter.
We'll get him.
Keep it simple, okay?
Yeah.
Just keep it simple. You're making this harder than...
Put your shots together. Hit him with a couple of quick shots. Then drop some power on him.
Yeah, we'll get him.
Nelson's corner gave him some sound advice just before this 11th round. Look at Teddy's scorecard. You see he's not trailing by much, but they told him, you have to have more energy. You got to put forth better effort here.
I think this comes down to, do you want to have more energy? It really comes down to that in everything in life sometimes. Not can you do it, do you want to do it? If he wants to have more energy, you're going to see him go.
1, 2.
El Terrible is proving to be elusive. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Showing you some defense there with the block. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch.
Nice work! Nice work! Finish with a hook!
Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark.
You got this one!
Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Halfway through this 11th round.
Keep doing what you're doing!
Gets rid of that body shot. Oh, what a whiff by Nelson.
He's tired! He's tired!
Oh, he just misses with that headshot.
Hands up, man. Hands up.
El Terrible's punch didn't come close.
You're not pace yourself.
10 seconds to go in this round.
In and out! In and out!
Good work defensively by El Terrible. Plus, he landed that counterpunch.
Yeah, and he forced him to punch. He made him, he drew it out of him, and then he timed him beautifully.
Scoring points. Keep throwing punches. You're standing straight up. Move that body.
You gotta pick up the speed, all right? Pick up the speed.
We got it. All right. All we need is water up there, and that's it. You don't need that. No, throw that away.
Here we go with round number 12. Didn't get it done going to the body there. El Terrible's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well.
You're not focusing.
And he's holding.
Keep moving! Gotta see those coming!
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Blocks that blow, and then a counter uppercut.
Swing up. More punch.
He just missed that shot up top. Good block there by El Terrible. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that.
Hey, you got some of that too. Let's go.
What a trap he just set, and he lands a nice counterpunch.
Yeah, that's the old cats with a ghost trick there. You know, you're there one time, you give him a little shade, you know, a little shadow, and then he throws at you, you pull back, bang, come right back with your own.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Final 10 seconds in this, the 12th and final round. There is hardly a doubt as to what this result will be. I know anything can happen, but all that's happened all night long is one guy punishing the other.
Well, he looks like Kobe Bryant on a good night when that basket is 20 feet big. I mean, he just can't miss.
Come on now. Don't let this guy rest. Keep working, keep throwing. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Okay? Come on. You didn't work this hard to let this guy get back in the ball game.
You don't need that. No, throw that away.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance.
Keep working the body.
Good defense, just covering up down low. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Nelson.
Come on, baby.
Nelson's on the receiving end of a very good counterpunch. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. He missed with that headshot. Trying to go downstairs, but off target. Blocks that belt line well.
Relax.
Come on, bring it on.
That hook was well off the mark.
Let's do it. Nice work. Nice work. Uppercut.
Final 10 seconds. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot.
Look good, looking good. He's tired. He's tired. He's got no.
Okay. Relax. Relax. Relax.
We got it.
You can do this. You know you got this.
All we need is water up there, and that's it. You don't need that. No, throw that away.
Another round. Will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight.
Duck at him!
Nelson's making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. Nelson's clearly affected by that. Good, smart, tactical move here, backing up his opponent against the ropes. Missed the body shot. Halfway through this round.
You're doing great.
Nelson's defense, is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. And he just holds on there.
He's tired! He's tired!
A nice, crisp hook after a fine defensive effort. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him.
You're doing great!
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Nelson. Ten clicks of the tongue. And this round comes to an end. El Terrible's in a position now where he should be able to bring home a win. If things stay the way they are, he's clearly headed towards a win.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard, but he has to make sure he doesn't, like in football, go into that defense. If he starts just moving, just staying away a little bit, now the things that were keeping his opponent from coming in that front door, well, guess what? They're not there no more. His opponent could get back into this fight.
He's boxing smart. Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to stand here and watch you take those shots.
Taking it to the limit, they are the 15th and final round.
Double up your punches!
Got to try to do better than that. He missed with that hook.
Get in there! Yep, that's okay. Pay him back.
now hugging on the inside. Nelson's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Time is of the essence now. We've reached the halfway point of this final round. Nelson's giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. Not able to land the headshot.
More punches, work the body, kid.
Good way to protect the midsection. Just a minute to go in this bout. Able to show you his blocking ability. El Terrible is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch.
Nice work! Nice work!
You're not focusing.
Last 10 seconds of the fight. All the rounds in the books. For the official decision, let's send it up to the ring. A well-deserved win by El Terrible. Unanimous decision, say the judges.
You're going to have your eyes closed and see that one, or almost closed.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great evening.